Really important to get the red vest on in Wales. I mean, it's an opportunity that doesn't... I always remind people, you get more people get MBEs a year than can put on a Welsh vest. You've got to remember that. So you're in a very elite group. And, you know, when you put yourself in that mindset, work hard for it, commit to it, dedicate yourself to it, and just see where you get to. It is always going to be an experience, a life learning experience. You'll make friends there that you'll keep forever. You'll learn lessons about yourself on the build-up towards Commonwealth Games. And if you just miss out on the team, but what you will learn building towards there will be phenomenal. So I would say never give up your hope and your dreams. Just keep working towards it and literally just see what happens. Literally see what happens.
It sounds so cliche, but like, if you've got a good relationship with your coach, you've got to trust them. Naturally, as an athlete going through it, your thought process is overloaded because you're thinking about running and then you're thinking about, I'm not running well and all of this. But if you've been somewhere with your coach before, like trusting that and trusting them to get you there is massive.
The best piece of advice was the late Bob Humphreys, who used to be the BBC. He used to do all the news, not the news, but like the sport, BBC Sport. So Jason Mohammed, Bob Humphreys was that guy. Yeah, lovely bloke, right? Yeah. And I remember years ago he said to me, "Be yourself." And I remember, what do you mean, be yourself? Like, and the one thing you know about me is I'm always authentically myself. I don't change in any environment. So the advice I'd pass on to anyone, just be yourself. Like, don't try and conform into this person you're not. And as I alluded to during this interview, is nobody cares anyway. Yeah. If you do really well in this competition tomorrow, or if you come last or don't make the final, nobody really cares anyway, because everyone else is going amongst their business. And I think if you can truly understand that, I don't mean just listen to my words, but take that in to say the only person who cares about yourself is yourself. If you take that in and take it really in, you'll go, well, where's the pressure coming from? Because there is no pressure. The only pressure you're putting on is yourself, because you think everyone's watching.
Yeah, I think there's so many opportunities now for people to get running. It's, you know, it's amazing. It's just making sure that everybody feels safe to do it and everybody's, you know, supported.
Croeso and welcome to Beyond the Track podcast. My name is James C, coach, commentator, lecturer and endurance runner.
And I am Jenny Long, GB distance runner.
We'll be going beyond the track, speaking to the athletes about their stories and also the very best of the sports professionals in Wales and beyond.
I think from a whole, I think Welsh Athletics are doing a fantastic job with the social media side of things. Yeah. Not that I'm biased at all, but I'm pretty sure they are the best home nation that are pushing on socials, like for sure. Getting athlete engagement as well. You know, you've got some really good athletes in Wales that have good social profiles to just push out the sport. For me, I think just in general, making something relatable gets fans. So just constantly trying to put the word out there, making sure that people know that, like, we're not robots, we're humans, we've got individual stories. Whenever I go and do a public speaking event, I always want to know, first of all, I want to know what the audience is that I'm walking into. If it's a super formal corporate setting, maybe I won't tell them some of my stories. But I do try to get as much of my personality across as possible, because people want to know about the person. Like, they're not that I can guarantee you there's so many people that don't care at all about the Throws events, but they might care about me. Yes. And that's what's more important than anything. So just getting people to understand that the athletes aren't just athletes, like, they're individuals.
You know, success breeds success, and I think the reason why we're having a boom now is because, you know, what's lovely about what I see in the sport, you know, we joke as the old guard about seeing these fast times and running spikes and things changing. I think because people are running so fast now, it's giving a buzz to the sport. You know, these 4x4 boys who beat our record last year, you know, I loved it. Yeah. Beat our record, be better than me. I've still got the British record for the indoors. Yeah. And I did that in 97. Like, come on. Like, I cannot wait, and I seriously mean it, I cannot wait for somebody to break it, and I want to shake the person's hand. I can't wait, and I want to give them some advice. I want to whoever that person is, I want to have their mobile number, and I want to maybe just I say this not to become their coach or to become. I just would love to be that little bit of a nugget which could give them that extra 1%. You know.
For me, it was a bit, incredible the sort of standard that I brought to the champs. So I've been doing Welsh champs for a very long time now, but it was just a great atmosphere, great competition, and I think everyone really upped their game and brought their best performance.
Like I like compete for Great Britain, but I love competing for Wales. And I've said it a couple of times, and it's so special because obviously I grew up wanting to represent Wales, and I think there is a difference. I think when you're compete for Great Britain, it feels like you're doing it for yourself, and that's important. But I think when you compete for Wales, it feels like you're doing it for a little bit more than yourself. But it doesn't drag you down. Sometimes people can think about it like, oh, this is for everybody. And that can drag you down. Whereas I think when you compete for Wales, it feels like it pulls you up, like you're almost being supported by them. Yeah. Whenever I've watched Welsh sport, whether it's Wales women football, I'm so proud. I don't really care that much about results with them. I'm just so proud that they're doing it at the highest level.
Don't tell me you were nervous.
I was nervous.
You don't ever seem nervous now, so I can't believe you were nervous then.
I was nervous. But once I stepped, it was like the time before. Once I stepped on the track, it was like, right, let's have some fun. But up until that, I don't think I did.
Oh, that's
I
cool.
don't think I did.
I like that.
I don't think I did.
Okay, if you look at our sport, lots of other sports are not like ours in the sense of, if you're male or female, you get celebrated exactly the same way. You look at our top women athletes the top athletes in Britain are women. Right? There's no argument about it. But nobody goes, oh, the top athletes are women, because that's just the normal.
Yeah.
That's our sport. That's what we expect. And so if we kind of look about how our way touches people across the board, we are really on a level playing field. We don't need to forge anything between us all. We need to just connect everything together in that sense.
We're very lucky in Wales. We've got loads of people running. So I think we're sort of 293,000 people, adults, running across Wales regularly, which is an amazing figure. And just within Welsh Athletics alone, we've got near enough a 50-50 membership split of male to female. So we know as an NGB that there are a lot of women running, and we should be doing something to support that space.
And I said it's phenomenal to watch athletes that are in their main event.
Yes.
And look how easy it looks. I was watching these girls like mesmerised, and I was thinking, I hope people think that's what it looks like when I throw shot,
it
because
looks easy, yeah.
it doesn't look like that when I throw jab.
Yeah.
There is something special about, you guys will know about being on the track or in that circle, and you can hear that noise. It's amazing, isn't it? It's not just... you can't hear a single noise. It's like almost like a vibration of blur of noise, and it's unless you've been in it, you don't know what I'm talking about.
I do believe physiology isn't just for the top end high performance athlete, because it really gives you a great sense of knowing what sort of intensities to target for each individual session. So actually, what pace should you be doing your easy runs at? Are you running them a bit too hard, or actually could you run them a little bit faster? I think that's the biggest takeaway for a lot of people is, I can run a bit slower here on my easy days and it's absolutely fine. But then if it's a threshold session, what should that look like in terms of pace, heart rate, effort, and just calibrating what that looks like for the individual. And elite athletes, having been in the sport for quite a long time, I think intuitively they've normally got a pretty good idea of where that should be. But even then, there's certainly situations where athletes maybe aren't getting things quite right, and just a little bit of refinement really can make a bit of a difference.
In athletics, there's so many more lows than highs. There's loads of lows. I could speak for the rest of the podcast about all the lows. But it's in the lows which make the highs the highs. If I was always on a high, it would be boring, really, right? If I was always good, and I mean good, yes, it's nice. Maybe you've got a bigger bank balance and you've won again, you won again, you won again. But I bet, not that I've ever spoken to Usain Bolt, but I imagine when Usain Bolt had his blips in his career, and Colin Jackson, let's just use Colin Jackson. 92, didn't win the Olympic gold. Everyone's going, oh, he never won an Olympic gold.
I was winning the gold medal. Wow. There was no way I could not win the gold medal. There's no way. And there is no way I would make a mistake has happened in the second round because it's never happened before. Even if I've not warmed up before, I've always been able to amble through a race.
Yeah.
So I'd never, ever had that scenario to deal with. So even though I was saying I was like, I should have warmed up, and yes, I should have warmed up properly.
Yeah.
I should have warmed up properly. And then part of that, I think, he'll hate me saying this, but Malcolm should have been a bit more forceful to make sure that I warmed up as well properly, instead of giving me wise words, which he did, told me not to be so complacent, because complacency will bite you on your backside, and I just laughed. And the reason why I laughed was because it's never happened before.
Yeah.
So why should it happen today?
It's not going to happen.
You know, a semi-final and final I'll warm up for, but like I only need to get through to the semi-final and final. That's all I need to do.
Yeah.
So I can just, you see what I can do, so I'll just amble through.
93, broke the world record and won a world champs. When he crosses that line, bah! Would he have had that moment of, bah, what? Like that? If he had did well in 92? No, he wouldn't have. Like, we don't know, but you know, you understand what I mean? So I loved the low points in my athletics career. Even I didn't want them, but now I look back on them, I think, oh, bring on the low, because as soon as I hit that high again, I'm going to have a massive buzz. And it's all about the peaks and troughs in sport and how you deal with the troughs and how you come back.
You know, I was lucky enough to share a podium with a fellow Welshman, so I actually got to hear the Welsh National Anthem on the podium, which is pretty special. And then going towards Glasgow, I'd like to hear that myself on the top step. So yeah, it was a superb experience.
Birmingham Commonwealth Games is the best competition in any sport that I have ever experienced. Just the atmosphere was incredible. Seeing all of the Welsh flags was just phenomenal, because it was one of those feelings where I knew that they might not know who I am, but because they had the Welsh flag, I knew they were supporting me. And it was amazing. They didn't even necessarily know what the event was or who you were, but they were going crazy, like, for Team Wales.
We'd made it to the final, and it was my first Olympic Games, and you know, you're nervous, 100,000 people in the crowd, 1 billion people watching on TV, it's a big thing, right? And Ewan Thomas is on first leg, myself second leg, Mark Richardson third leg, Roger Black, the housewife's favourite, on fourth leg. And we could always call him the housewife's favourite. And America in lane 4, we're in lane 5, the gun goes, and Ewan has an amazing lap. He's tearing it up. And he's coming around the track, and Ewan Thomas is coming around for Great Britain, all that, you know, buzzing. So he gives me the relay baton, and I'm running around the bend in the Olympic final in America, right? I can give it context of where we are. I'm running around the bend, and the American runs past me round the first curve, right? And as he runs past me, because their first leg runner has a storming leg as well. As he runs past me, he goes, "Oh yeah, baby, oh yeah, baby, oh yeah." And I'm thinking, you cheeky, do you know what I mean?
It's an Olympic final.
Olympic final. Oh yeah, baby. I thought, what? I thought, you can't disrespect.
Not National League athletics.
No, this isn't this isn't no Cumbrian Stadium. Now this is serious, right? And I'm thinking, all right, he doesn't know who he's dealing with. He's got Lord Farquhar on his leg.
With some wheels.
Yeah, I got some wheels and gears and everything. So he goes past me around the first curve. And the crowd go wild because they're in front.
Oh, yeah.
He's about this far ahead of me, but that far ahead of me, I thought, I'm going to do you now, right? Because he didn't know I've got wheels. He didn't know I can click through gears, right? So I go, bang, as fast as I can with 300 metres to go, right? You know, the most...
I'm looking at the text, I'm looking at the rule book of running 4x4s, and it's not in there, James.
But I'm going, I don't care, he's disrespected me and the Welsh. Bang, I ran as fast as I could. As I ran past him, I went, meep, meep, like Roadrunner, right? The crowd were like, oh, right? And because it was so an epic moment, you see him going like that. I must have ran 9.9 down the back straight. I'm not even kidding, a rolling 9.9, because I regularly used to run about 10.1. Anyway, come up there and say, oh my God, the wheels are falling off. I'm struggling here. Anyway, but I give the relay baton to Mark, gives it to Roger. We break the British record, come second, and, you know, an amazing moment. And, you know, what I love about that moment about meeting the guy is, you know, it doesn't matter how, don't take life too serious.
Yeah.
Don't take athletics too serious. You know, some of these people who may be listening to this podcast, if you're starting out in your career or if you're during it, or what I learned, and I learned the hard way in '97, is when I came second in the world indoors when I should have won it.
Yeah.
I got so nervous and overawed by the whole bit. I couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
And I ended up coming second when I should have come first. Looking back, you think, oh, there's a silver medal in a world indoors. But I realised quite quickly after that race, when I got home, I'm looking at my medal in my cabinet and in my hand, and I'm going, oh my God, you know, this is a silver medal in the world champs in Paris. And suddenly I was in an apartment and I could hear people hustle and bustle outside, and I started laughing. I went, this medal and tomorrow is chip shot paper. And I realised that nobody cares about my athletics career, nobody more than me. Okay, my mum and dad and friends, but nobody really cares. Like, I can watch somebody do a great performance, and then the next thing, you know, I may see Jeremiah do something incredible, which he's done this year, but then he's done the race. I go, oh, yeah, well done, Jeremiah. Oh, do you want some chips for that? Do you get what I mean? Once he's done...